Right, so the internet, it promised us connection. In it, it was supposed to bring us closer, make the world a smaller place where we could find our tribe, our people, and maybe even our soulmate. But loads of us were feeling more alone than ever, especially when it comes to love. It's like despite all these tools to connect, we're more isolated, more disconnected from genuine human interaction. This whole dating app thing, all this digital stuff, it's created this weird new thing, alpha dating advice. It's like a whole industry has sprung up around telling us how to date in this digital age. Your social media feeds are probably full of it, yeah? All these hashtags and posts about how to be an alpha, how to be high value, all these self-proclaimed experts telling you how to pull and, let's be honest, manipulate your partners. They make it sound like a game with winners and losers. These gurus, they've got loads of followers, right? People hang on their every word, thinking they've cracked the code to love and relationships. And they're all pushing these strict rules based on like really old-fashioned ideas about men and women. It's like stepping back in time but with a modern twist. Blokes are told to be all dominant, bottle up their feelings, and basically just focus on looking buff. It's all about being the alpha male, the top dog. And women? They're told to be super girly, act like they don't care, and use their looks to get what they want. It's all about playing a role, fitting into a mold. It's all just toxic masculinity and toxic femininity dressed up in fancy new clothes, innit? These outdated ideas are just being repackaged for a new generation. The big question is, are these strategies actually helping anyone find real love? Or are they just messing everything up? Are we just creating more confusion and heartache? Are we all pretending to be someone we're not just to feel a bit powerful for 5 minutes? Is this really the path to genuine connection, or are we just fooling ourselves? So, why is this alpha dating advice so popular then? What's the big draw? Well, it makes you feel like you're in control, yeah? Like you've got the upper hand in the dating game. And in a world that feels a bit mental sometimes, that's appealing. Life can be chaotic, and having a sense of control feels comforting. It gives you a simple recipe for something that's actually really complicated. Relationships. It's like following a step-by-step guide. But this recipe, it comes with a nasty aftertaste. It's not as sweet as it seems. It makes everyone see relationships like a battle, which just creates loads of mistrust, competition, and insecurity. Instead of building connections, it builds walls. Men are told to see women as, like, prizes to be won, which is just disrespectful, innit? It reduces relationships to a game of conquest. It means they don't see women as actual people with their own thoughts and feelings. Women become objects rather than partners. And that makes it really hard to be open and honest with each other. Communication breaks down and misunderstandings pile up. And women? They're told to be suspicious of blokes, expecting them to act like these stereotypes. It creates a cycle of distrust. And social media makes it even worse. The constant stream of information can be overwhelming. The algorithms, they push the stuff that gets a reaction, even if it's rubbish. Controversial content gets more engagement. So, you just end up hearing the same daft stuff over and over again. It becomes a never-ending loop of negativity. This whole online dating advice scene leaves a lot of people feeling lost and confused. With so many conflicting tips and tricks, it's no wonder people are struggling to find genuine connections. Trying to live up to these impossible standards can be really stressful. The pressure to present a perfect image online is immense, and it often feels like a never-ending cycle of comparison and self-doubt. It can make you feel rubbish about yourself and scared to show your real feelings. The fear of rejection or not being good enough can be paralyzing, leading to a lack of authenticity in interactions. All this manipulation and game playing just makes it harder to trust anyone, which makes it pretty much impossible to build a proper relationship. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and without it, everything crumbles. And the stats, they're not great. Studies show a significant decline in relationship satisfaction over the years, coinciding with the rise of social media and online dating platforms. More and more people, especially young people, are feeling lonely these days. Despite being more connected than ever through technology, the sense of isolation is growing. And people aren't as happy in their relationships as they used to be. The constant exposure to idealized versions of life and love online can make real-life relationships seem lacking. It's hard to say for sure, but it makes you wonder if all this toxic advice is to blame, doesn't it? The endless stream of tips and tricks might be doing more harm than good. So, the big question is, are we all forgetting how to connect with each other on a real level because of all this rubbish online? It's time to rethink how we approach relationships in the digital age.